person to my right, swore at me. He said, F you. And then he called me the N-word. And then as I looked over, I saw he had a pipe really fast. It was just a flash. And I kind of moved out of the way, but it still hit me on the side of my face and knocked me down to the ground. It was February 23rd. I just got back from a bar with a friend celebrating a promotion I got. And on the way home, I was coming through Fountain Valley in Garden Grove when I saw Lee's Sandwiches. And I had heard that it was, a good place to get a sandwich at. So I bought myself a sandwich, and as I was walking out, I heard 4 Asian guys in the parking lot, which was pretty much empty other than me and my car and their cars, saying, throwing racist slurs around. So I looked at them, and then they turned away. And then as I was walking to my car again, they started saying the word again, the N-word over and over again. I told them that they're throwing that word around a little too freely. So they came over to me, and when they did, they said basically, they were questioning me like, why couldn't they say it to me if they could say it to their friends? I told them that, it's not cool. They know why they can't say it to me, because it's offensive to, black people and African Americans. And so 2 of them left, and the other 2 were still there. And so, they continued to ask me questions like, why is it so bad? Why is it so bad? And it didn't feel like I was really getting anywhere with them. As I looked over, I saw he had a pipe really fast. It was just a flash. And I kind of moved out of the way, but it still hit me on the side of my face and knocked me down to the ground. And they were screaming, run, run, run. And they ran to their car, and they started to drive off. But my first reaction was, as they were driving off, I jumped up, and I looked at the license plate number, and I kept repeating it over and over again. And then I called my best friend and started repeating the number over to her. First, they were amazed at the fact that I didn't seem to be doubled over in pain, but what they told me, the actual literal term for it was zygomatic facial fractures. My face was basically fractured here. This whole part here was basically concaved inward. Basically, it was broken in multiple places, which caused it to be concave. So I had a fracture here, one here, like a spiderweb fracture here, and the worst was actually here at the top of my mouth, above my gum line. The hard palate was actually broken inward, and the gum line was kind of pushed up. So it was a lot of fractures and a lot of work. I do feel at fault in regards to, I shouldn't have actually confronted them. I mean, it was 2 a.m. I was in a parking lot, and my mom's always said, don't ever be in a parking lot late at night. And well, it was 4 of them and only 1 of me. So I should have actually used more, common sense in regards to just ignored what they said and went inside my car and been done with it or whatever. So it basically comes down to common sense. I should have, or anybody should use common sense in a situation like that to avoid having to go through, consequences like that. I mean, because unfortunately there are ignorant people in this world, and when you do, when you hear things like that, you just have to assess the situation and just kind of brush it off, unfortunately. Granted, the surgery itself is over with. I'm actually happy with, the results, because, my face actually looks, somewhat normal as compared to the way it was before. It basically will take about 8 months until it's fully healed and fully in its right place, but I'm really happy with the results. I mean, I never would have thought that they would have taken a fat graft and put that in my eye. I mean, as crazy as that sounds, but I can't wait until 8 months from now when I'm looking better than ever.